So which two triangles are congruent by angle, side, angle? Let's mark what we know. We know that MR bisects QO. So when you have a line bisecting another line, it's the line that's bisected, and this is what's being bisected, that has two equal parts. So how do we name that? Well, QO is the one that's bisected into two equal parts, so we're going to say those two parts are equal, that and that. Okay, now what else do we know? They told us that MQP, this angle, is congruent to ROP, that angle. Great, so let's mark it. And they want us to name, identify them as congruent by angle, side, angle. So what do we got here? We've already got an angle, then a side, so it looks like we're going to look for that angle. Angle, side, look for that angle. Well, what do you know? What kind of angles are these two angles? Well, since they're formed by two lines crossing, like this, and we know definitely that they're not kind of off of 180 degrees and 180 degrees, because that says MR is a single line and QO is a single line. So we know that there are lines crossing like that, forming vertical angles. So those angles are congruent. Now we have angle, side, angle congruence. And how are we going to name it? Well, we'll name it vertex by vertex. So if we look here, they say M, and M corresponds over here, that no angle mark, that corresponds with R. So M, no, that won't work. MR, that's better. Here for C, MO, nope, they don't correspond. So let's check and make sure that B is, because it could be none if they don't, well, it wouldn't be none because there are the two triangles. They just have to name them correctly. So I was going to say it could be none of the choices, but those two triangles are what they're asking. Are there two triangles that are congruent? And there are. So M and R, the one with no marks, it's good. The one with two marks, P and P, yep, that's the middle letter for both of them. And the one with one mark, Q and O, yep, that's the correct last letter on each one. So B identifies them correctly, including naming them in such a way that their corresponding parts are all aligned. So that's the proper congruent statement for those two triangles by angle, side, angle.